Good morning. Welcome to Koho. I'm here to show you exactly how to sign up and run a quote, fill out a bill of lading, and get going with Koho. So as you see, here is our main website, gokoho.com. Just click the sign up button over here. You'll go to a screen for signing up and you'll be set to go. And once you are all signed up, you'll simply go right back to the website to get a quote. And from here, you can see we have our full quote screen. So you can see your origin postal code, destination postal code, and all this fun stuff over here. I'm going to break down all this, how all this works, one step at a time. So just for a demonstration, we're going to go and put in a zip code over here. Say it's available for pickup whenever you like. And here's a nice thing we do here at Koho to try and prevent ad bills and having issues with things like limited access, problems like that. So you want to make sure that you break it down appropriately. So this is going to be available over in the destination screen as well. So let's say you're just a standard business with a dock or a forklift, some means to get the freight onto the truck. So you just simply click business with dock or forklift. And you do have a couple options here, appointment required, call before pickup, and all that. But there's a few things in here you're going to want to avoid. This outside 9 to 5 business hours or Saturday pickup is more than likely going to make it so that you will not be able to find any rates. That outside 9 to 5 business hours does not mean 9 to 5. It just means it's outside of a standard day, and most carriers don't really do well with accommodating that. So you want to avoid clicking that button. So the destination, and again, you can see all the different options. Let's say you wanted to do a, let's see, residential. A lift gate is required. It's automatically going to check. If it's something light or they do have a way to get it off the truck, you can always uncheck it. That's on there just to make sure that the quote's accurate though. Let's just say for the sake of argument, we're going to do business with a dock or a forklift. We don't need the lift gate. Maybe you do need an appointment or a call before delivery. Those are all options. So you can just put that in there. Then you get over to item 1 over here. Here's where you're going to put the bulk of what you're doing right now. So you might have item description. Let's say you're shipping some widgets. Your total weight is 500 pounds. You do have the option of going to kilograms if you choose. And then you're going to say package quantity. This is where the number of skids or pallets is going to be. So let's say it's just 1 pallet. And you can break it down in different options over here. So if it is something outside of a normal pallet, you do have an option to make sure that translates over into the bill of lading. Now, you have a few things here. This pallet's 48 by 40. If you click on that, it's just going to auto-populate here. You can adjust it as necessary and enter in whatever you want. You can go 48 by 48, whatever works for you. Or you can go pallets custom 2-way, and then normally that will just go blank on you. Doesn't matter either way. It's just one little step to try and save some time. So let's say it's a very standard pallet, 48, 40, 48. And then you can get over here if you like. This is not necessary to fill out, but it is nice to have if you, let's say you have a pallet and it's got 10 boxes of widgets on there. And you want to make sure that is listed on the bill of lading. So if the pallet arrives and only 8 boxes are on there, it'll help you later with a claim or figuring out where things have gone. So let's say, or even say we put 10 in here. You can break it down. So it's all on there as well. You're going to want to make sure both of these are filled out if you do fill out either one of them. You won't get any rates. You'll get an error if this isn't filled out. So over here, you have your freight class calculator. Now, we have it built in. It's not very visible, but it should help you over here. Just click class 50. As you can see, check freight class. So based on the weight and dimensions, it's going to density out to class 100. If you do use MFC numbers, you can override this and just put that MFC number there, and it'll save it into, and it'll put it right onto the bill of lading. You have the option of saving this to a product book if it's something you're shipping frequently, or you can make it a default item. So if it's like the only thing you ship, that's one less thing you have to do. You can go to your product book and you can go and check out all these different options here and see what works out. We do not currently offer hazardous material services, so this would be something you just hit. You don't want to hit that, otherwise they'll just yield no rates. The same goes for any of these sort and seg, protect from freezing, temperature control, or blind shipment. All these are on here to try and prevent you from wasting your time or trying to click on something that we don't have the current offer to help you with. So we don't want you to go through the whole process just to find out this isn't something we can help you out with at the time. You have the option of making it stackable though, so it might save you a little bit of money if it's one of the few things that are stackable in the industry. From here, you can also just find rates. Additionally, if you want to add another shipment, another item, you can do that here as well. Just doing the exact same thing you did before. So right now, it's pulling from all of our different carriers and trying to figure out which rate makes the most sense. And it's going to populate and show you exactly what's going on here. So these are your different options. If you ever have a promo code or anything, you can enter it right here. From here, you can say, okay, you know what? I can see all these different options here. You're probably not going to go with this one, but you're more likely going to go with YRC freight. So click on this, and next you get the option of doing shipment insurance. So with the shipment insurance, there's going to be liability insurance with the YRC and with any of the carriers. It's going to be pretty basic. So if you have something that's a little bit more pricey or something you're a little afraid of getting damaged, you might want to say, you know what, I would like to do this. And you can add new or used depending on what you want to enter in and put the value in there. Typically, insurance is rated at, for $45, you get 10 grand worth of insurance. But let's say for this, you don't really need it. You're like, okay, it's good to go. The widgets are pretty indestructible. You're pretty confident you don't need it. So you hit next. Go right to your bill of lading. Now, if you're shipping all from one facility and this is always your same place, you can save this as your default origin. So this is automatically going to be filled out. Or if you have a few different facilities, you can still save it in the address book and you can add it here later on. Same goes with your customers. So if you have a few customers you ship to a lot, filling out the bill of lading, nobody really wants to do it. It's just time consuming, but this makes it a little easier, cuts a few steps out of the way. So you can save all this stuff there and search for anything there as well. Please note that this is a 24-hour clock in the pickup instructions, so you're going to want to use it that way. If you like, we can go into the settings and you can change it to a 12-hour clock, but this is what it's going to default over to. So you got to make sure your pickup windows are in there. And your pickup instructions, anything you want listed on the bill of lading, either on pickup or delivery, you want to make sure is on there. So let's say, the warehouse door is in the back. You got to go around the side of the building, or you need a reference number to get the freight. This is the kind of place you put that on there to make sure that's on there as well. Now, this is a live environment, so I'm not going to hit next, otherwise it would book the shipment. But from here, once this is all filled out, you'd hit next and your shipment's booked. You're ready to go. That's done. So usually it takes about 3 minutes from start to finish to get this going. And you'll be able to finalize your shipment. A couple other nice features we have over here. So if you go over to the shipments tab over here, we have this nice option here where you can see any of your shipments that you're doing right now. So let's say this is a shipment you just booked, has a little bit of screenshot of exactly what's going on with it, all the details. And from here, you can see any documents. So if you had gotten insurance, there'd be a secondary insurance document. This is your bill of lading right over here. It's going to be sent to your email and you're going to get that. But you can also download it here as well. Just note that the first shipment you do, the bill of lading is going to send over in about an hour. After that, it becomes much quicker. First time, we're just verifying identities and all that. We also have live tracking. So you can go and see any of your tracking events and get an idea where it is. You also have the ability to look at the charges of that particular shipment. And we also have a neat little thing over here called our messaging tab. So this will actually message directly to our operations team. So let's say you want to know, hey, I'm not sure where my freight is or what the ETA is, or I have a question about something. You can message them They'll usually get back to you in a few minutes. You can even exit out of the screen and it'll go right to your email, so you don't have to wait around if they're not getting back to you quickly enough. If you have a damage or anything like that, this is also the spot you're going to go to. So you're going to message them and say, hey, you know what, I have a damage. What's the process? And you can do things like sharing files, whether it's pictures or any kind of proof you have over here of damage or issues, and makes things easy all in one spot, and it's all attached to the same shipment over here. Additionally, you can go over to your invoices tab. So there's no invoices here right now, but if you had any invoices, you can go and pay them, see where things are at, and make sure things are being taken care of. But those are your options on how to do things over here. From here, you can also enter your payment methods. So we have a few different ways you can do it. For one, you can use a credit card and have that go on there. You can also use ACH. And now we've recently also had the apply for a credit account. And if you're interested in that, you can just hit learn more and it'll take you to a screen where you can apply easily for credit. Generally, you will be approved or denied in a pretty short period of time. This is fairly new for us. So if you have questions, please reach out and someone on the team will be there to assist. And if you have any questions for us, you can always reach out to your sales rep or operations, and we'll get back to you quickly and we'll help figure out any issues you might have and make sure that you're getting a good experience. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to working with you and earning your business. Have a great day.